Take one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to prepare a ham. We need a ham, of course, and some brown sugar, whole cloves, ground cinnamon, ground cloves, some cherries, pineapple in a can. We're going to need the juice. We're going to use the juice of it, and some orange juice to make the glaze for the ham. In this bowl, we're going to mix everything, and I'll come back in a few and show you how I prepare it.
Ham. Take two.
Okay, everybody, we're back. And we're going to mix all the ingredients that I showed you before. Right here, I already put the juice of the cherries. I empty all the juice out of the cherry little jar like this. We're going to use those cherries too on the ham. I have a teaspoon of cinnamon and a teaspoon of powder grounded cloves. I have a cup of brown sugar, all the juice from the pineapple can. I made like a half a cup. And then I have a little bit over of a half a cup of orange juice. And we're going to mix everything very, very well. And this is what's going to make the glaze and give that ham all the flavor. We're going to add the brown sugar. Let me move the bowl this way. We're going to add all the brown sugar, all the pineapple juice, and the orange juice. I don't know if I'm going to put it all. Maybe just a little less so it could be even with the pineapple juice. And we're going to mix this very, very well. And this is what's going to make the glaze for the ham and give it that good flavor. And then we're going to put some whole cloves on the ham with the cherries and the pineapples, and we're going to put it in the oven, and we're going to let it cook. I'm going to save half of this glaze for the second part of the ham when I take it out and put more glaze on it. So half and half twice. I'll do it. And you're going to need some toothpicks to hold the pineapple on the ham. So I'm going to mix this very well. And I'm going to get the ham ready so we can start putting it on the ham. Okay, I'll be back. Hi guys. I also forgot to tell you about a 1/4 cup of honey. That's going to go in here. And we're going to mix everything well. This goes with the mixture of everything else for the ham. And I forgot about the honey. I'll be back. Okay guys, we are ready for the ham to get glazed. I already did a couple slits on this ham because it's not the one that's cut already. And I put in the pan. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put some of this glaze on top. I'm gonna mix it good. And we're gonna save half of it so we can come back and put it on the second part in about an hour. We're gonna put it on. So I'm gonna put it on here real good. Make sure you get all the ham. This is gonna give it some good taste. After that, I'm gonna get a couple toothpicks ready. But first, we're gonna put a few cloves, whole cloves, wherever you want. It don't have to be a lot. It's just for flavor. I'm gonna put a few over here. Then you take them out when the ham is done. This is for flavor. Just gonna give it some nice taste. Go. We're gonna turn it around. I'm gonna put some in the back over here too. I'm going to put it in between the cuts that I made. Well, the little slices I made on here. We're not going to put a lot because it already has cloves in the mix. So this is just for flavor. Make sure you get everywhere so this taste could penetrate in there. My hands are clean like always. Gotta make sure you wash your hands before you do anything. Here we go. A couple more here. Right here. On the side of it. There we go. I think that should be enough. Okay. Then we're gonna add the pineapples and the cherries. So we're gonna put a pineapple right here. And the cherry in the middle. And we're gonna put a toothpick here too. Toothpick. Remember, all this is for flavor and decoration because it looks pretty. Right here. This is the Puerto Rican way of making a ham. Everybody makes them different. This is the way I'm making it. Go. Now we're gonna finish these pineapples on this side. Make sure you use them all. Can't put them back. So we're gonna use them all. If you want, you can wet the toothpicks before you put them on so they don't burn. But since I'm gonna cover it for a little while, I think it'll be okay. I got one more left. Here we go. There you go. This is the ham. We're not gonna waste this pineapple juice. I'm gonna put it right on top. Don't waste nothing. And there you go. Now I'm gonna put it in the oven, covered, for about 45 minutes to an hour on 385 degrees. Then we'll come back and check on it, and then I'll add the second part of the glaze. So we'll be back. But in between, I'm gonna come back and some of the juice that's already on the bottom, I'm gonna pour it on top so it can keep getting all those flavors. But here we go. My ham is going in the oven now. We'll be back. I put it in this pan because this is kind of too thin for me. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of aluminum foil. And with this, I'm going to make some potato salad and some Puerto Rican rice. Okay, now we're going to do the process of the potato salad. I already put the potatoes cut up in pieces and clean. I put like 6 medium potatoes and I cut them into small pieces. And the water's already salted. So we're going to cook these until they're tender. And then over here, I have 3 eggs cooking to add to the potato salad. And then to that, I'm going to add some bell peppers that I'm going to cut up right now. We're going to add a little black pepper, some salt, and mayonnaise. And that's it. And after the potato salad, I'm going to start my Puerto Rican rice. So this is the process, for the potato salad. If you remember, I did a video, but I did it with apples. But this one is just eggs, mayonnaise, peppers, black pepper, salt, and of course the potatoes. So we'll be back. Potato salad, take 1. Okay guys, I have my potatoes already cooked. They're nice and tender, as you can tell. You just cook them until they're tender. That's it. And to this, I'm going to add some peppers. Let me get a spoon. I didn't have a green pepper, so I got orange and red peppers. So I'm going to add some of these peppers in here. Whatever I don't use, I'll add it to my rice. Nothing will go to waste. We're going to add some salt. My hands are clean like always. Make sure your hands are clean when you're cooking. A little bit of salt. Okay. A little bit of pepper. And we're going to add the eggs. I cooked 3 eggs, but I think it's a little bit too much, so I'm just adding the 2. I chopped them up real small. And we're adding it, as you can tell. And I forgot to turn my light on. Let me turn the light on so you guys could see better. Sorry about that. Here you go. All the ingredients. That's salt, pepper, eggs, and fresh sweet peppers, green peppers. Red peppers or orange peppers because I didn't have green. And now we're going to add the mayonnaise. And we'll mix it. I'm mixing it in here because I'm going to transfer it to a different bowl. But since I have enough space to do it here, I'd rather do it here. So we're going to add mayonnaise. I think there's like a cup and a half of mayo there. But let's see if we don't need it all. There you go. I might add a little more pepper. I think that mayonnaise is good enough. Yep. So in here I had a cup and a half of mayo, but you see I didn't use it all. So I just used like the 1 cup. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is add a little more pepper. Really good with the pepper. That's enough. And here we go. Remember, I only put 2 eggs in here. And I didn't use all the peppers either. I didn't do, it wasn't a whole half of a pepper. It was like a couple slices of peppers. Chop them up small. A couple slices of each. But if you have green pepper, just add the green peppers. You could add any peppers you want. You could add to a potato salad, anything you like. You could even put mustard in here, but since this is the Puerto Rican way we do it, I will not be adding mustard to this one. So I'm going to transfer it to another bowl, and we'll be back. Potato salad, take 2. Okay, guys, here's my potato salad. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a little while until my rice and ham is done. But look at how nice and pretty it came out. I garnished it with some red peppers that I had left. And we're going to cover it. Put it in the refrigerator until my rice and my ham is done. We'll be back. Okay, guys, my ham's been here for about an hour. So what I'm going to do is do some of this glaze on here. Try to get everything, and then I'm gonna cover it and I'm gonna put it back in there. And then when I come back, excuse me, I'm gonna do the rest of the glaze. So we'll be back. Rice, take 1. Okay, guys, we're gonna make some Puerto Rican rice. So for that, we're gonna need rice. I'm gonna wash it very good. It's 2.5 cups of rice here. We're going to need salt, sofrito, which is a blend of cilantro, peppers, garlic, onions that we mix, and we use it a lot in Puerto Rican recipes. Son sazón, son gandules, some tomato sauce, some of these peppers that I use for taste, and the rest of the peppers that I had left over from the potato salad. I'm putting it in. I might not use this, but I will use a little bit of the juice of it because it gives it a little bit more taste from the juice of these peppers. So I'm going to use the rest of the peppers. Nothing goes to waste. So I'm going to start. Sorry, but I got a little asthma, so I feel like I was running a marathon. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder too. So I'm going to start the rice and we'll be back. We're going to start my rice. And I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. I like to use olive oil. Put it on the bottom there. We're going to add salt. Couple tablespoons of salt. We're going to add a little bit of garlic powder. We're also going to need some sazon. We're going to add the sazon. And remember the peppers that I used for the potato salad, whatever was left over? We're going to put them in here too. We're not going to waste them. I'm going to stir this up. It's sizzling. Then we're going to add some sofrito. The sofrito that I made. A couple tablespoons or a tablespoon and a half. I gotta wash this because it fell on the floor. Sorry about that. We're gonna add some tomato sauce, half a can of tomato sauce. And remember the peppers that I said that I'm not going to use, but I'm going to use a little bit of the water with the liquid because it tastes good with that. And we're going to add our gandules. I already took the water out. We're going to stir everything up. And we're going to add our rice to it. Make sure you stir everything up real good so it can mix. We're going to get our rice that I already washed. Nice and clean. And my hands are clean like always. I always wash my hands. And this that I'm making today is like a Puerto Rican tradition, but we do it in the holidays. But since my son is visiting from out of town, I'm making it for him because he hasn't had it in a while. But we usually make it for the holidays. Okay. Now I'm going to get some hot water. And we're going to add it to the rice. While the hot water is running and filling my bowl, I'm going to stir this up. We Puerto Ricans, we eat a lot of rice and beans. I try not to, but sometimes it's hard because, you know, this is what we eat. And we like it. Here I got my hot water. I'm going to pour some hot water here. Remember, always go over a little bit past the rice. Pour a little more because I like my rice not too dry. There we go. Once this boils up and it starts absorbing the water, I'll be back and I'm going to cover it and let it cook. It should take like 25 minutes to cook. It won't take too long to make rice. So here we go. Puerto Rican rice with pigeon peas, I think they call them. Gandules. There you go. That's all you need. We'll be back. Rice. Take one. As you can see, guys, I already absorbed the water. So I'm going to put it low, like a medium. And we're going to cover it and let it cook for about 25 minutes. Okay? We'll be back. Okay, guys. It's my rice. I'm going to be turning it. My first time that I turned this since I turned it on. You're going to turn it real good from the bottom up. From the bottom up. There you go. See how nice it's coming out? There we go. Now we're going to cover it again for about another 5 minutes. And it's done. Okay guys, I took my ham out the oven so I could pour more of this juice on top. It's a little hard because I don't have a baster, so I do what I can, just as long as you get it nice on top of there. So I can grab all those juices. Now I'm gonna put it back in the oven, and we're gonna put it there for another maybe half hour, 25 minutes, uncovered. And remember I said I had half of the juice that I was going to save. But there's enough in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little gravy to put on top with a little bit of cornstarch so it could get a little thick. And we're going to put it on top of the ham once I have it ready on the plates. But it's coming out real nice. Make sure we get it real good everywhere. This gives it a good taste. That's how we do it. I hope you guys are enjoying my recipes. Please give me a like and subscribe. And hit the bell so you can get all my videos every time I load them up. It will help me a great deal. I thank you. Okay guys, I'm going to put it back in the oven for about another maybe 20-25 minutes and it's done. We'll be back. My rice is done, everybody. I'm going to turn it off and we're going to let it sit here until our ham is done, and then we're going to serve our plates. And once everything's done, I will show you how everything came out. But before I do that, I'm going to make that gravy so we can put on top of the ham once it's done. So give me a minute. Gravy. Take one. Okay guys, remember the mixture that I made for the ham? I had some left over. I was gonna use it on the ham, but I think it has enough in there already, so I'm gonna make a little gravy with it. So what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of cornstarch with water, not too much, just to thicken it. You don't want to kill the taste. So we're gonna stir it and heat it up until it thickens a little bit, and then we're going to put it aside. This is all you're going to do. Once it thickens up, we're going to put on the side. For the ham, we're going to pour it on top when we serve our plates. See? It's going to get thick in a minute, I'm sorry. Just give it a minute. We'll be back. As you can see, guys, as it's cooking, heating up, it's thickening up a little bit. You don't want it real thick either. You can see that it's thickening up. You only want a little bit, not too much. You don't want it real thick, as you can see. Let me show you with a spoon so you can see. See how nice and thick it's getting? We don't need it real thick. Just a little bit, like gravy. I think that's enough. So I'm going to turn it off and put the spoon down real quick right here. I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to put it aside. This is the consistency that we want. See? That's it. This is going to be for our ham to put on top once we plate it. That's it. It's a little gravy. Okay guys, my ham is done. As you can see, I'm going to slice it up and serve our plates. But first I'm going to let it cool down for a few minutes. We'll be back. Dinner. Last take. Okay everybody, I'm done with dinner. Here's my potato salad. Alright. And my beautiful ham. Look how nice that looks. Now remember the gravy that I made? Put that on top of the ham. Look at how nice and thick it came out. You're going to put a little bit on the ham. On the plate. Look at how yummy that looks. I hope you like this recipe. Please try it at home and let me know how it goes. And once again, thank you for watching. Bye bye.